Alright guys, so it's been a while since you've seen this car, probably 8 months or so, but Jacob's Miata is back at his shop. Doesn't look much different, I know. So it's been gone for a while for some reasons I'm not gonna really talk about. But so yeah, there's a few things we gotta do today. We already did some stuff the other day, I can show you that. So we got all his gauges wired in. Over here, this is basically just a distribution block for power and ground, or I guess you can call it a block. So on this side there's a chassis ground, on this side there's a switched 12 volt, and these are all the grounds for the gauges, these are all the powers for the gauges, and then they're all fused. So all the gauges over there, they're all ran behind the dash, ran over here, all the power wires and whatnot. And they're also already ran through the firewall, already plugged in. So that's oil pressure, coolant temp, and boost gauge. So I'll throw in another video. Actually, I already tried to make this and I didn't really like the way it came out. So I'll throw in a clip from the other video of the car starting right now and you can see all the gauges. Does that say like 88?
85 pounds.
Wow. That's a lot of oil pressure. But I don't know, maybe there's still other things we gotta do because the idle's all over the place right now at the moment.
It's shimmy for like.
Yeah.
You gotta pull the shim out.
Well. Alright, we're gonna look into that a little bit, but 85 pounds of oil pressure. So as you can see, oil pressure is like 85, 88 psi, and that was just on for a few seconds it was running. So a few other things we got to do is change the oil because it has break-in oil in it right now. So change that. You got some VR1 in. Change the filter. Also the fuel pressure regulator isn't even hooked up, so we got to run a vacuum line to the fuel pressure regulator. Set base fuel pressure. Some small things is this is too close to the fan, so Jacob's gonna take this off and move it over a little bit, and have to tap this intercooler pipe for a boost reference because Garrett's don't come with a boost reference from factory. So it was either tap the housing or tap the intercooler pipe. I tapped the housing on my 240, so I know it works. Besides that, almost ready for base tune. So we're gonna throw it on the lift right now and do those few things.
I never took the cap off. Well, I don't see glitter yet.
That looks great.
Okay.
That looks pretty good,
So
actually.
either the bearings were gone?
Oh, there's a little bit, but...
Morgan?
You didn't clean the tray, so... No, there's a little bit, but it's break-in oil. It's the first start.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah. It looks like my 240. I'm just kidding. 240 is better.
Keep shining that in there. I don't want to miss the ending.
Missed the show.
It's a little glittery.
Looks pretty good, actually. Smells awful.
Probably all fuel.
That's a good point.
Wait till we pull the filter off and get to the real metal.
Not too bad. Get to see what comes out of the filter.
I don't see nothing important.
Classify important. Oh!
What?
I almost got it on me. Yeah, doesn't look that bad.
pull the filter off. It's like fucking clogged.
Chunks of metal in it.
Well, it'd be puking by now, but
Yeah. Looks like braking oil.
well, I made it through the first round.
Yeah. The first idle, I guess. All right, so Jacob's gonna put some oil in it right now, the VR1. And next thing we gotta do is, like I said, hook up a vacuum line to the fuel pressure regulator. So his fuel pressure regulator though is like right here under the car. So we have to run a line from the intake manifold back to here. So hope we got enough. This might do it. Gotta run that from there back to here. I'll show you guys where it is when I put it in the air, but yeah, we might have enough, I don't know. I mean, this. So we gotta get it running, or gotta have it idling, set the base fuel pressure, then put the vacuum line on the fuel pressure regulator. All right, so if you look over here, the vacuum line is kind of hard to see. It's on that brass nipple right there. And then it's gonna run down through all this mess, down and to the fuel pressure regulator, which is back there. So like I said, when it goes up in the air, I'll show you where the fuel pressure regulator is. So we got the vacuum line from here that goes up to the manifold, runs along here. Obviously this is temporary. Then it goes to the fuel pressure regulator, which is right here. So I'm gonna get the tools to move this. Just this little Allen just to adjust it. Actually, I don't even probably need this ratchet. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I do. Oh. So this I'm just gonna adjust while the car is running so I can set the base fuel pressure right here. It's set. So I know I didn't say it before, but base fuel pressure in a Miata, on this 1.8 at least, is like 43 PSI. So you set that before you put the vacuum hose on. You set it to 43, then you put the vacuum hose on, tighten the fuel pressure regulator down. So I just brought it down. I think Jacob reported some stuff with the gauges, so I'll throw that in too, so you can see what the air fuel, oil pressure and all that was. So it's another day if you couldn't tell. Last thing you saw is we set the base fuel pressure for the Miata. Set it to 43 pounds with the vacuum line off, put the vacuum line back on after it was set and everything was tightened down. So now we got to pull the intercooler pipe off because this sits too close to the fan, the blow-off valve does. Have to tap this side intercooler pipe for the boost reference because these turbos don't come with a boost reference, I already told you that. Also have to add a fitting on the back of the pipe right here for the idle air control valve. I can show you that more once you get this pipe off, so I'm going to do that right now. Okay, the intercooler pipe is off. As you can see right here, this is the cold side, this is the hot side. They're not there anymore. So this side we just have to tap, no big deal. This side, now I can show you, this is the inlet for the idle air control valve. So we have to tap the intercooler piping, or make a hole in the intercooler piping and put a fitting on the intercooler pipe. so we can run a hose from the intercooler pipe to here, because originally the idle air control valve would go to your stock intake if it wasn't boosted. So just got to do that, and when Jacob does that, he's also going to turn the blow-off valve a little bit, or the whole intercooler pipe a little bit, so the blow-off valve isn't touching the fan down here anymore. Another thing is probably if I overlaid the video of when Jacob was in the car, when it was running, when I was doing the fuel pressure, setting the fuel pressure, you can probably tell, if you could see, the oil pressure is like 90 to 100 psi. So he actually has a boundary oil pump, and I guess there's shims in it. I don't know too much about them, but I guess there's like 4 shims that you can get. He has all the shims in the pump, and it either raises or lowers your oil pressure. So the more shims, the more oil pressure. So we're gonna try and take one of the shims out, see if we can bring the oil pressure down a little bit as well. So I don't know how far we're gonna get on that today. Probably just show you guys some other stuff going around in the shop right now, but yeah, that's where the Miata is right now. Very, very close to being done. Besides, like I said, little things like, you know, this hose to over here, the overflow, little things like that. The boost controller being wired in and plumbed. Little things that, you know, take no time at all. So yeah, probably honestly just gonna end this video here if there's nothing else after this. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.